Hello everyone, I'm Cece. I wanted to go ahead and join the YouTube community today if you let me. So what I want to do is pretty much make a blog where I can review and tell you all about what I love about the books that I'm reading, books that are in fashion, if you will, series and stuff like that. I thought I'd do it today because there's pretty good news going around. So if you're a 50 Shades fan, lift your hand up. Hi. Uh, there's going to be a book release coming up. Erica James, the author of the 50 Shades of Grey series, announced yesterday that there's a book coming up to follow up that series. It's going to be called Grey, and is 50 Shades of Grey 50 Shades of Grey as told by Christian. It comes out on June 18th and is already available for pre-order in Amazon for paperback and ebook. I probably will own them both because even though I just pre-ordered my paperback, I know I'm not going to be able to wait until the 25th or the 29th like they said it would be until it got here. So I'm probably going to get back into my very trusted Kindle reader and go back into it and buy it. Anyways, so if you haven't seen them before, which I'm sure you have, the series is already complete. This one it will be 50 Shades of Grey, which is this one right here, but from Christian's perspective. So the series so far will have 50 Shades of Grey, 50 Shades Darker, and 50 Shades Freed, which looks like this. The cover of the new one, I think it goes very good with this one's too. They're all in that kind of chrome look with the gray and the dark backgrounds and stuff like that. This one's an I. When you pre-order it, make sure you put gray and 50 Shades of Grey as told by Christian. When you put gray only, it only comes up with this, and then it takes you about 5 more minutes to look it up if you go like that or through Google. So if you just write the whole title, which is how she would put it in the book, I will believe, then you'll find it a lot easier and it'll be just about 2 clicks. I think the quicker you pre-order it, if that's something you're interested in, the quicker you will get it. My guess is there's going to be a big old line because, let's face it, this is a kind of revolutionary book in on itself. And by book I mean series, sorry. So that's out. It comes out on June 18th. I'm not sure if I already said that. I've seen a lot of discussion about them in social media, especially the part where they are comparing now 2 authors. They're comparing this sort of book to the one that got leaked from Stephanie Meyer. And it's kind of funny to me in a sense that there's one thing in here that it divides those two in a complete kind of way. And that is the fact that one of them is finished and one of them is not, and one of them is leaked and the other one's being published. So if you don't know, there's actually one book from Stephanie Meyer that got leaked. It will be Twilight from Edward's point of view, and I'm sure if you're a Twilight fan, you know this. If you don't, it's called Midnight Sun. If you go into her page, it's the, I think it's the original Stephanie Meyer either fan page or it's something along those lines. So if you Google it, you'll find it, and she does have a copy in there that she rather you read directly from her as opposed to downloading it from any other place. I'm not sure where you would, but anyways, it's there. It's free and you can read it. I wish it would be finished though, because it ended right in the moment where I was looking forward to reading more about it, and that is where Edward takes Bella to the clearing, and then they're coming back from the clearing. He's about to kiss her, and he's running down the trees. Well, the trees, not the threes. It's not a number. Anyways, they're running down the trees, and he has Bella in his back, and that is the part where the book stops. And I was actually really looking forward to what he was thinking, what led him to just kind of put him down and kiss her right afterwards, when he was so adamant not to do so before. So it was very insightful to know that part, and that's the part that I'm missing. So I wish she would write something else. So Stephanie Meyer has that from Midnight Sun, and then of course there's Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, Breaking Down, and if you don't know, there's also a small, I would say, novella. It's called the short life Life of Bree Tanner. Uh, yes, I think it's something along those lines. Anyways, they're available on ebooks, and I'm sure they have it on Amazon and every other place. If you remember, she is the one that the Volturi killed. That she surrendered to the Cullens right at the end of Eclipse, where the wolves had to go. So it's the whole narrated experience of how she became a vampire and how Riley and Victoria got to her and how her small life as a vampire had to be culminated in what she went through. And then of course we all know how that ends. So, anyways, I went on a completely different subject, and I apologize. I do that a lot. But that is one of the books that are being compared to, and I think the comparison has really very little to do with each other, other than the fact that they both wrote books on a character's perspective, and then they went back and did something from another character's perspective, and it's something that most of the readers wanted to know about. Although, if I've done my homework right, and I might not have, so don't completely quote me on this, I think the Midnight Sun draft was made for the actors when the movies were being done, so that they'll have an insight into what Edward was looking for or how he was like. Anyways, that's something I think that's why it was done. It might not have been a book, or it might not have been a project for a book. And then, of course, we fans got our hands on it after the leak, and now it's completely stopped. But anyways, happy part is there's Gray coming out on June 18th, which I love. Pre-order if you can. I don't think there's any other way that we can read it after that. So just to tell you a little bit more about what I wanted to join the YouTube community, it's because I would love to talk to other people all around the world and discuss books and what we're reading and what we're passionate about and why we're passionate about those things. Don't trust anymore. I personally don't trust anymore, I should have said, the reviews that I read online. Some of them are misleading, some of them are just plain rude, and some of them are just not probably my style, and it gets very confusing if you don't know the person who's reading it. And most of the time you get a review that is very, very vague, like, yes, I liked it, good price. What did you like about it? What was it that enthralled you? What kept you reading? Does it have a lot of what I call fill-in chapters that the author goes on and on and on about something else, or is it fast-paced and it's quick and it's something that you want to keep reading and you can't stop doing it? And it's just to that's just to give you an idea of what it would be, what I do. I grab books that I want to read. I go to the library. I do a complete haul of about 3 or 4 books. I bring them home. I read them if I like them, or if I don't like them, I go ahead and post a review. And then hopefully that helps out other people like me out there who like to know why, who, and the favorite characters of other people, and who understand that part, as opposed to, yes, good book, good price, which doesn't really help me because I don't know you, or have never seen if I like, or if we have any points of comparison as to reading a book and liking a book. Anyways, I think you get it. So I do have a blog that's already in the platform. It's out of Blogger or WordPress, and there's also an audio version of it that I do as well, kind of like audiobooks, audio reviews. So if you're on the go and you still want to know about that book, you don't have to stop and read. You can just go ahead and hear me yap about it. Or you can just go ahead and put on YouTube, which is one of the other things that I wanted to do, because YouTube is so massive that I wish I can just have a lot of friends and make kind of like a really cool book club where everybody can talk, discuss, and recommend also a lot of good books that you've read that I might not have read yet, just because I don't know of them, and you don't know what you're missing until you try. So yeah, I think that's all. I will put the description. No, I will put the link on the description below of the blog if you wanted to go ahead and check it out, of the WordPress and the Blogger. So if you have any preferences with those platforms, you can choose your own. Spreaker, which is the Audible part of it, it's out of an app. You can download it for your phones, your Mac, or your Android, I do believe, and then you can take it with you. I'm trying to think if I'm forgetting anything. But I don't, so just go ahead and leave me your comments. I would love to talk with y'all, see what you're reading, and I will be back soon, I hope. You guys have a great day, and I hope you have a good book keeping you company. Bye-bye.